Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Happy Monday. It is time to get your week kicked off for Raid Shadow Legends. We've got a big week here. We've got the Fragment event starting tomorrow for Gaius the Gleeful right there. We've got a bunch of 10x events around some sort of summon rush or champion chase that is going to be coinciding with the fragments here, I'm sure. We've got a bunch of dungeons being boosted up for different sets that are going to be dropping, so I will get you full context on what you need to know as we head into getting this week launched. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so yeah, obviously the big news and the most pertinent thing launching tomorrow is going to be the new Fragment champion, Gaius the Gleeful. Now, unfortunately, he is not in the index yet, and we haven't gotten a full teaser to be able to see the cooldowns and the base stats and how the books play out, the multipliers, and all the information we need to really know how good or bad he is going to be as a champion. But in general, in terms of how the community is feeling about his kit, I'm pretty much aligned with them. From all the polling I've done on Twitch and YouTube, he seems to be grading out around an A- for just the kit based on what we know so far. And that's about what I would say. I would say A-. Looks like some fun potential here. And until we know more information, it's going to be hard to accurately grade him or try to place him on the tier list or anything like that. But that should be launching tomorrow. And unfortunately, I've checked behind the scenes. Plarium has not given us a fragment planner, like calendar event for how everything is going to be laid out. And it's also not in the news tab either. Usually they get that released coming up soon here. Hopefully we'll have that by tomorrow and have everything nice and laid out, because you can see right here on the Gaius kind of post here, it's just kind of indicating it's coming soon. We don't have any sort of calendar yet, unfortunately. And there was also a post in Plarium's official raid Discord a few hours ago indicating that a new game version 5.40 is going to be gradually available on your devices. But keep in mind that the features will not be live as of yet. And if you're curious about what 5.40 is going to entail, the main thing was the Forge Battle Pass type event that's going to be structured around different objectives in the Forge. We're going to have to craft different pieces and do different things to complete events, and then you'll get rewards as you progress throughout like acquiring those points and finishing the battle pass type mechanic revolving around the Forge. And then there was also some minor things like adjustments to giving Ethos the big version of Weekend and a slight buff to Shiromani's cooldowns and stuff like that. But the main thing was going to be that Forge battle pass type event, going to be coming with 5.40 soon. We don't have the exact time or date, but it should be here any day now. We are also going to be getting super raids activated in different dungeons here as we come across the upcoming days, starting with tomorrow, super raids enabled in the Fire Knight Castle, and then on April 22nd, about 4 days from now, we're going to get a super raid in the Spider's Den, and then on the 26th, next Tuesday, which should be when CVC launches, we're going to be getting super raids in the Dragon's Lair, and then on April 30th, about 12 days from now, we're going to be getting the Ice Golem Peak super raid. So a different kind of rotation here of super raids in every single dungeon, and just kind of cycling through them as we go for the next 12 days or so, each one of them being live for 3 days. And we're also going to be getting some pretty insane 10x events. You can see here on Friday, April 22nd, which is going to be later this week. We're planning to get a 10x event launching for Duchess, Rhodos, and Kymar. That's pretty crazy. So if you're not familiar with the way the rotation works, like if you're new to Raid, new to the channel, they typically do a 2x for a shard, then the next week they do a 10x, and then 2x, and then 10x. So they buff an overall shard in general, like they'll do 2x Sacreds. Then the next week they'll switch it up and they'll do a 10x. So the boosted or the summoning rates will not be boosted, but the trade-off is you'll get a boost to acquiring certain good champions to give you kind of alternating weeks of summoning depending on what your priorities are currently. Now these are some of the better 10x events that we've ever seen before, because Duchess, Rhodos, Kymar, Wither, Battle, Mountain King, Siphi, Warlord, Hegemon. Most of those champions are insanely valuable and very sought after in terms of people acquiring them for their accounts, and very useful champions in general. So the way this is going to work is there'll be nothing until this weekend when the 10x's are typically in their rotation, but on Friday we are going to get ancient shards boosted to give a 10x chance for Duchess, Rhodos, and Kymar. So anybody who is close to their mercy system on ancient shards, that would be a great opportunity to pull, because really all of those are worthwhile to have a dupe. It can be fun to have 2 Rotos even in like Tag Team Arena, and obviously we all know the value of having 2 Duchess or 2 Kaimars. So I anticipate maybe people pulling some shards here for Ancients, because that's a pretty good 10x. But worth noting that 10x events are pretty bad for Sacreds and Ancients, because we have so many non-Void legendaries that the 10x events for Void shards are a little bit more impactful than the non-Voids. And I'm assuming that each one of these will be 24-hour events, because on the very next day, Saturday the 23rd, is when they're going to do the Sacred Shards with Wither, Battle, and Mountain King. And then right after that, on Sunday, we are going to get a crazy Void Shard 10x featuring Siphi, Warlord, and Hegemon. And again, basically all of those are good candidates to have as a dupe. So I just got absolutely smashed and hoodwinked on my 2x Voids. I think I'm decently close to a Mercy system, and 10x events are more impactful for Void Shards. So you may see me try to YOLO some Voids here. We'll have to kind of wait and see how the different fragment events are structured, but I do anticipate this will be one of the more active 10x events that we've seen in a while, because a lot of these champions are really good, and not only really good, but worth having dupes of. So obviously that is the 10x events revolving around this weekend, but in terms of the shard rotation in general, we just had 2x Voids ending. I upgraded the video of my pulls, and like I said, got absolutely hoodwinked and got basically nothing out of them other than getting closer to my Mercy timer. So maybe that'll end up paying off if I do end up pulling a few Voids this weekend or something. But the rotation goes in alphabetical order: Ancient, Sacred, Void. So we just had the end of the rotation. We just had 2x Voids, which means here in about 11 days or so, the next weekend after this weekend is when we'll go back to the beginning of the rotation, and we will have 2x for Ancient Shards. As far as the tournaments and events going on right now, unfortunately, they're not showing us what's going to be launching tomorrow for the Fragment Summoning event. They had some standard tournaments here for the 3-year anniversary, but honestly, they were kind of underwhelming and pretty standard. There wasn't anything super sought after, so don't feel bad if you didn't go crazy focusing on finishing these. The more important thing would be getting your account ready to get after the Fragment events when they launch tomorrow, and hopefully they'll give us a calendar as well. The Fusion 1 event, we already talked about how ridiculous that was. I wish that would have been structured a lot different. And then this Dungeon Divers is going to be ending today, so if you want to scoop up some of these rewards on the bottom that are pretty good in the KS Ore, the Barrel, the Void Shard, the Legendary Tome, make sure you're getting the Dungeon Divers grinding done today in the prospective dungeon you want to grind. Unfortunately, there really isn't an event coinciding with it. You'd be basically just kind of grinding a dungeon to get those rewards, so I could see an argument of just kind of holding off until tomorrow to do so, because ideally you would have gotten all those rewards during the Dragon Tournament that had kind of the event for speed gear and all that going on. And some general housekeeping stuff for your account. Today we are going to be having the end of the clan quest rotation, so make sure you're getting in there and focusing on those today so you can acquire the clan currency to spend in the shop on things you want to purchase in there. And then we are also going to be getting a Hydra reset here in a day and a half. So tonight, tomorrow night, etc., you want to make sure you're focusing on spending those Hydra keys so you don't miss out on wasting them. And also this week will be an off week for CVC, so your next clan versus clan match will be next Tuesday here in about 8 days. Then as we head into the shop, I gotta say I'm a little bit surprised that they are offering both of the skins at the same time and doing them so quickly after they just had like a week-long special of buying them. That is really surprising. They made it seem like they were gonna be like a 1-week special. This is your time to get in there and buy it. And then they just kind of launch a 1-day offer for the skins like right after those events ended. And for whatever reason, they're both legendary skins, but one is 50 and one is 40. I guess they think the Jade Serpent one here is going to be more sought after. But in any case, it's kind of weird that they literally just had a week-long event for these skins, and then they turn around and sell both of them for 24 hours right after here as like in case you missed out, dive in and buy your skins. But in terms of other offers going on in the shop, first of all, we pull pull up the offer sheet. Where are we at right here? There it is. Okay, so let's go. The gem pack, it's not going to be that great. The daily pack is the way to go in terms of buying gems, but you've got 10 for 800 gems, and boom, going to be grading out as a 2.0. So not the worst money you can spend, but definitely not great. If you haven't seen the anniversary pack, I have saved it here. I can plug it in for you. So boom, we've got 20, 1.1, and then energy is none, gems none, but we've got the 14 energy refills, and then we're gonna go 7, 2, and 1 on the shard. 7, 2, and 1, 3.15. So this is good. Just take note that you are gonna be getting this over the course of a week. You're not gonna be getting it all right away. So there's not going to be you would get them all by the next 2x, but we are going to have different 10x events coming this weekend. And if you purchase it today, you would get down to like you would get the 2 voids, so you get all the void shards. You just wouldn't get the sacred until after the 10x's are over from this weekend. But all in all, pretty solid pack at 3.15. The multi-battle pack, this ends up being worth it if you're kind of a mobile only user, or if 150 multi-battles are worth like $2 or $3 to you, then this offer is pretty decent. The monthly pack grades out is about a 2.5. No, I don't like that string. We already went over the skins, and then purchasing sacred shards or offers that have sacred shards and don't have other shards in them or anything are typically the worst value you can get in the game. So this one would not be a recommend from me either. And on the way out, I have finally got things lined up and ready to go. So the content creator competition I had teased before, similar to the trivia contest that I hosted a while back, I'm going to be doing a poker tournament where I'm trying to line up content creators sitting at a table to play some cards while able to banter with each other, and then give away prizes to the winners, and and then give an opportunity for the winner to give away some prizes to their viewers as well. So look for that to be coming up soon. I just need to work on the logistics of lining that up and setting it up, but it is time for me to head on over to stream. So if you would like to pop on in and say hi, I'm going to be getting the week kicked off over there on Twitch, and there is a link down below in the pinned comment indicating if I am still live or not, if you want to stop by and say hi. But as always, thank you for watching. Have a great start to your week, and I will see you soon. Peace.